If you're a farmer or rancher selling beef and you're tired of being at the mercy of cattle prices, getting squeezed by the big packers, and watching your neighbors lose their farms, I want to show you how to break free from the commodity market and start selling your beef direct to consumers for $9 per pound in hanging weight instead of $3.50, and build a $100,000 per month online beef business that's sold out months in advance, without expensive Facebook ads, without sending hundreds of cold emails, and without taking time away from ranching. And the best part is, if you work with me for the next 6 months and you don't make your first $10,000 selling beef direct, you don't pay. The results are completely guaranteed. Now, you're probably wondering, how can she make such a bold guarantee like that? And it's simple. It's all possible, thanks to a proven 5-step process I've developed that we use at our ranch to sell our beef for $9 per pound in hanging weight and make $80,000 to $100,000 a month in direct beef sales. It's simple, easy to follow, and any rancher can use it to make $10,000 to $30,000 a month or more in direct beef sales in a matter of months or even weeks, without any prior experience using social media, any tech skills, or a lot of free time to invest. Like Maggie, for example. She's a first-time beef seller from Bar Anchor M, has never posted on social media in her life, but within just 1 week of working together, she sold 4 beef quarters and 15 pounds of jerky, bringing in over $8,500 in direct sales. Completely sold out, with customers begging her for more. Or take JC in Texas. He was heading into a tough year financially and had already sunk thousands into failed marketing. As a last-ditch effort, he decided to work with us. That month, he brought in $26,000 in beef sales, projected to close at $30,000 by the end of the month, his best sales month ever. Or Brooklyn Reimer from British Columbia. Within just a couple of weeks of working together, she sold about 15 beef boxes at $250 each, plus a quarter and a half beef, delivering all 7 orders out of a city an hour away. An instant boost of roughly $3,750+ in new revenue, feeling great and ready to tackle more. And the list goes on and on and on. You can see some of them scrolling down the screen next to you. Just imagine, you wake up in the morning and instead of checking cattle prices, worried about what the market will do to your livelihood, you're checking your phone and seeing new beef orders that came in overnight. You're confidently charging $9 per pound instead of praying that the packer gives you a fair price. Your customers are telling you, we've been searching for beef like this our whole lives. And we don't care what it costs, just save us some. Instead of begging buyers to take your cattle, you have a waiting list of customers begging you to take their money. And instead of worrying if you're going to lose the farm, you're processing 20 head every month and bringing in $80,000 to $100,000 in revenue month after month after month. It's all possible thanks to this proven 5-step process. And if you keep watching, I'll show you exactly how it works and how you can use it to save your ranch or take it to the next level and add 6 figures in monthly revenue to your business without any tech skills, without knowing anything about social media, and without a lot of free time. But first, let me introduce myself. Hi, my name is Amy Hay, and I'm the farmer behind Waikiki Ranch, the largest solely direct-to-consumer beef ranch here in British Columbia, doing 6 figures a month in direct beef sales. You may recognize me from my viral social media posts teaching farmers how to increase their profits by selling beef online, or from my appearances on top radio shows and podcasts like SiriusXM, Rural Radio, The Shark Farmer, Working Cows Podcast, or the Ranching Reboot Podcast, where I've been featured for the breakthrough process I've developed that's saving ranches all over North America. In total, I've helped over 170 farmers save their ranch, sell beef direct, and start making $10,000 to $100,000 a month in direct sales online, including famous UFC stars Ronda Rousey and Travis Brown, who took their struggling beef business into a wildly profitable operation with my help. It's been an incredibly rewarding journey, but it wasn't always like this. Not that long ago, my husband and I were about to lose everything. Our ranch was in foreclosure, we owed millions to the bank, and we had negative equity in our farm. Everyone said we were crazy for trying to make it as farmers. They all said there was no money in farming, that we should just give up and start over in a new career. But we refused to quit. See, when my husband and I first met almost 20 years ago, he told me about his dream of raising cattle, of having a huge ranch and raising premium beef, and at the time, we were living on the ocean without a blade of grass in sight. But fast forward 10 years, we bought our first property, a whopping 6 acres, started with 4 Hereford steers, and started to sell some beef direct on the side. And we realized this works. So we wrote up a business plan to sell beef direct, took it to a financial institution that specializes in agriculture, and remortgaged our 6 acres to buy this ranch, 520 acres of beautiful British Columbia rangeland. Then the sky fell in. The property market crashed. Our 6 acres sold at a massive loss, and the bank started foreclosure proceedings. We owed millions, and with a huge debt ratio and negative equity, we were on the verge of losing our farm. We'd given up everything for this dream. We had 3 young kids to provide for, ages 9, 7, and 4. We had no choice. Selling direct had to work, or we'd lose our home, our ranch, our livelihood, everything. So I put my head down and I went to work, testing and refining my process, figuring out a way to sell beef direct to consumers that would guarantee our success. I made a few mistakes at first, but pretty quickly I started getting traction. And month by month, the orders started coming. 10,000 in a month, then 20,000 a month, then 30,000 a month, 50,000 a month. Eventually, I had enough proof to go over our local bank's head straight to their head office, with my order book showing 50,000 a month in consistent revenue, and they halted the foreclosure proceedings. They admitted they were wrong, and we saved our ranch. Today, we're the largest solely direct-to-market ranch selling grass-finished beef here in British Columbia. We process 20 head every month. That's $80,000 to $100,000 in revenue every single month. And we're booked out months in advance. Once I saw how well this process worked, I knew I had to get the word out. So I started posting on Instagram, sharing the story of how we'd saved our ranch. And farmers from all over America started reaching out, asking me how I did it, and if I could help them save their ranch too, or just make more profit by selling beef direct online. Honestly, I wasn't sure if my system would work for them too, but I showed a few ranchers how to do it, and to my surprise, they started making sales over and over again. Farmers were able to save their ranch and double or even triple their profits. Since then, I've helped over 170 farmers implement this system and dramatically grow their ranch, make as much as 6 figures in monthly sales, selling beef directly to consumers. Now look, you're probably wondering, so how exactly do you sell beef direct to consumers? How does your process work, and how can I use it to start selling beef direct and increase my profits fast? Great questions, so let me explain.